Would you all join us for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right, before we have our regular meetings, we'll let Becky take over for the special town meeting.
I call this special town meeting to order. The first order of business is we need a nomination for the moderator. Nomination
I'll
first.
make.
Thank you, Tom.
You want to,
Yeah, I'll make the nomination
All
for
right.
Lorraine Faraday as
Is
moderator.
there a second? Second. Okay, you three who got paper votes could vote. Oh, stop it. You want me to fill this out?
very secret vote. So, yeah, there you go. Suspense, the suspense. Who's it gonna be?
All right, Lorraine, you got the job.
Wow. All right. I, Lorraine Faraday, do swear I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, so long as shall continue a citizen thereof, so help me God. I do swear I will faithfully discharge to the best of my abilities the duties incumbent on me as moderator of this special town meeting. And hers edit, oh, I think you had a typo in there. According to the Constitution of the United States, laws of the state of Maine, and the charter and ordinances of Damariscotta, so help me God. We won't mention the typo again.
All right,
All right.
floor is yours.
All right. So. Big crowd tonight?
Yeah.
All right, Article 2. To see if the town of Damariscotta will vote to change its main public employees retirement system main PERS to plan to adopt special plan 3C for its eligible non-unionized employees effective November 1st, 2025 for future service only. The town agrees to adopt special plans 3C for its qualifying non-unionized full-time employees who are otherwise eligible for retirement benefits pursuant to the town's personnel policy and who are not seasonal or temporary as defined by Maine PERS Rule Chapter 802 for service rendered after October 31st, 2025, and 2, to continue to provide Plan AC for all other qualifying full-time town employees who are otherwise eligible for retirement benefits pursuant to the town's personnel policy and who are not seasonal or temporary as defined by Maine PERS Rule Chapter 802, and to authorize the town manager to sign the amended agreement between the town and Maine PERS retirement system. Okay, and the town of Damariscotta is asking voters to approve a change to its retirement plan for the non-unionized employees that qualify for Special Plan 3C. The Maine PERS Special Plan 3C is available to law enforcement officers, firefighters, certain emergency medical service employees, and others as defined by Maine PERS. This change would ultimately provide the police chief with retirement benefits comparable to the current market. Have a motion in favor of Article 2.
I move an amendment.
Was that?
I move an amendment
Sure. I think so.
before we take up the. It was
Yeah.
just, it was advised by staff at Maine First under. Article 2.1, just to be explicit that, so the motion would be to modify 1.
Right.
To adopt special plan 3C for its qualifying non-unionized full-time police officers for service rendered after October 31st, 2025.
Okay, but this is what you have published.
Understand.
Okay, so we have to have a motion on this in a second, and then we would have a motion for the amendment.
Yeah, I always forget how we do that, right? You've gotta,
You put the real thing up there first, the one you published to the public, and then you can fiddle around with it.
yeah, so we can move it, second it,
And then the amendment. He's a voting citizen, he can
right, yeah,
make an motion, or somebody can.
yeah.
Okay.
I remember, so we move it, we second it,
So I strike my
You vote it
motion
down.
for amendment.
You vote it.
good, but we approve it,
You approve it?
but then do we
No,
We need to.
Make the motion.
make the motion,
Seconded,
then
then,
discussion,
discussion, and then the amendment right
and then the
there.
amendment, okay,
And
yeah,
then we vote on the amended,
that's,
that's.
right, I know it's happened before, and I'm trying to remember,
I
yeah.
rescind my motion for amendment.
We're good, yeah, so I'll make a motion, we'll move Article 2 for the warrant.
Second. Second.
Okay, any discussion?
I'd like to make an amendment.
Okay,
All right. As previously stated, under one of Article 2, to clarify, further clarifying that this would be to adopting Special Plan 3C for its qualifying non-unionized full-time police officers for service rendered after October 31, 2025. Is that the recommendation of staff from Maine PERS, just to make sure it's crystal clear?
Yeah.
We have a second to the amendment.
second.
All right, any discussion on the amendment? All those in favor of the amendment? You can just hold over the hands.
No, we gotta get the purple. thing.
Anyone opposed to the amendment?
Yeah.
All right, any discussion on the article as amended? Hearing none, all those in favor of the article as amended? Any opposed? All right, Article 2 carries. That's
Can I ask
ended.
Who seconded the amendment?
Uh,
Ben, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I believe your special meeting thus endeth.
Thus ended?
The meeting, yes.
Thus,
Excellent.
endeth,
Ended.
yeah.
Yep.
We're getting
All right.
flowery.
Is that the end of our special meeting?
Looks like it's me.
You make an official announcement? I declare.
The special town meeting is now closed.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Well, that's, yeah,
Always a
come
pleasure.
in, so, thank you, Lorraine. Were you surprised to get the? Were you surprised with the vote there? You? All right, well, we'll get started. We'll have some additions, but I'll go over those, once we get the board meeting opened up. So we do have, a Board of Assessors meeting first. So I'll call the, Board of Assessors, the town of Damariscotta, meeting to order for October 15th. And we have, some abatements there. Everybody get a chance to take a look? Any questions, comments on anything?
No.
Pretty straightforward, so just fine.
One thing to clarify, and I've made
Yeah.
the update on the sheet to be signed, and the assessor agent had made for the second 2027-7, it should be 2026-7, so I've made that correction on that sheet there, so the one you're signing will have.
Okay.
Okay,
Leslie picked up on that.
Yeah.
which one is it, any?
Those are the -7, the Diane Dyer.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the form there, they had made the abatement number 2027-7, it should be 2026, tax year 2026-7.
oh, okay, so that's what, yeah. So we'll just move, yeah, I can make a motion to move the abatements as presented, so I'll make a motion to, move the abatements, as presented. In a second, Dan, in a second, all right, any discussion? All those in favor? All right, things are so moved, need a motion to adjourn,
I'll make a motion to adjourn the assessors meeting.
awesome, we have a second. Andrea seconded, any discussion, all those in favor? All right, Board of Assessors meeting is adjourned. Now we'll open another meeting up. Now we'll open the select board meeting for October 15th. Before we get started, there's a couple of additions, make this, you guys stay here a little bit longer tonight. So, we do have for consideration a catering permit that came in. So as pleased as the board.
Public benefit.
I know, I keep saying catering, thank you, Andy, a public vending application. I'd like to add that to official action items as number 2, if that's okay with everybody.
Not from our work.
Yeah, so it's another one, yeah, I keep calling it catering, it's a vending license. Number 2, and then under executive session, so this will be, we can move it to, what is that, 9? There's a third executive session for 1 MRSA 4056F. That Andy would like to throw on there if everybody's all right with that. So, Pretty good there, okay, so a couple extra items on there, so. All right. Minutes. October 1st minutes, Tom, hey.
Yes. To the board,
Let's just dig right in there, what do you
to the
got?
board, sparkled butt and fancy pants, just want to commend Leslie for the continuation of 100%. In addition, she gets extra credit for finding the error in the town of Damariscotta, document, which is entitled Office of Selectmen and Assessors, etc. So, good job.
Is there a motion to approve?
Oh,
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let Tom take the
I move
motion
I
here.
make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
okay, Daryl second, any discussion? All those in favor? All right, minutes are so approved. Payroll warrants, we got a couple financial, payroll warrant number 15. I'll move, payroll 15. Second, Tom, I think I heard you second. Yeah. Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, all good there. And we have two accounts payable, number 16 and 17. Everybody get a chance to look at everything? Any
Mhm.
comments, questions? We're good? Yeah. I was gonna try to withhold the county tax, but I don't think they'll let us, so.
You can try.
We could try. I could make the motion, but yeah, I don't think it would end well, so. All right, I'll move, AP 16 and 17. And see a second, Andrew, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, here we go. Anything come in last minute? Do we have anybody on the big screen? Anybody out on the floor? Brella, you have anything back there? Okay, no? All right.
Mhm.
You can just toss out. I don't know,
Yeah.
It was addressed to Chair Daryl Frazier, from Tedford House. I don't know if did you get something from them?
I saw something come through, but I didn't, is it legit?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just acknowledging that, so just for the general correspondence, just toss up, that, correspondence from Tedford Housing had
Okay,
come to the board. Couple of updates from them, a new emergency shelter will be complete in November. It will occupy it fully by the end of January. And it represents an increase in the capacity of the two shelters by 60%. There's an open house Thursday, November 20th from 12 to 6 at the Thompson Point Road property in Brunswick.
okay,
I'm inviting anyone from the community to go see that. In addition to that, there's a warming center facility, preparing to reopen November 15th in its second season. With extended hours from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. daily, and more amenities. Last year, they had 130 guests, including 5 families with children, from 4 towns in Lincoln County. There's an open house for that as well, being held on Friday, October 24th from 2 to 3 at the 1 Tenney Way in Brunswick. And then they were offering an opportunity to meet with the local leaders to talk about their efforts if interested.
it didn't, I saw the heading on the email through, but. Sometimes we get some in there that I don't always click on them.
Right.
For security reasons, so I wasn't sure on that one, so I left it like, doesn't ring a bell, so I didn't open it, so. my
Yeah, that's a
apologies.
great resource. I mean, it's the closest thing I think to us. For overnight shelters. I know Rockland area still, I don't know if they're open yet. There were some efforts up there to create some shelter up there. It may be open, I'm not entirely sure. I know that's a program, typically folks would like reach out to, CLC YMCA's Community Navigator
Yeah.
Program, and Karen Ann oversees that, and she's well aware of kind of those resources. They tend to generally not be available, by the time you're in the middle of winter when more people need it, but it's nice to know there's at least a couple of resources should they be available.
I've seen maps before where the homeless shelters are and these things, and Lincoln County's kind of split. So we are technically in the Brunswick area. That's the way that the state of Maine breaks divvies up where the shelters are located, so.
Interesting, yeah. Were they, I'll read the email, were they, did I catch it there, just they would come in and meet with the.
They were offering the chance to meet with, local leaders.
So it's nice to break up the meetings a little bit and have somebody come in, that's, yeah.
Yeah, they actually applied because I was at the Lincoln County Budget Committee, I was on that. They actually asked the county for funding
Mm.
to support them, first time ever.
Oh.
That the county's ever been requested to support something like that. And so they had a whole annual report and a lot of information from Tedford.
Well, so that's something you think the committee would be considered,
The
budget committee?
no, I don't, my guess is no, because they've never done it before.
Yeah.
And they don't really have a process for agencies, like we have a process
Mm.
where provider agencies can
Right.
apply. The county doesn't have a system.
System.
So I doubt it. They may surprise me, but
Mhm.
it's up to the commissioners.
Right.
So,
Would the board like to, if, I mean, I can respond through it.
Sure.
Through the chair position, would they, to invite them to a meeting if they'd like to come in too,
Yeah.
so.
Sure.
I'll respond, so I do apologize for not, for late response, but wasn't sure if it was a legit email, so I was careful opening it, but I'll respond and invite them in, so, sounds good. All right, Andy provided us with a, managerial report, does anybody have any comments, questions? Highlights, anything they?
yeah, I did, because you talked about the chief and today's the 15th.
Yeah.
And so I was just curious, did anybody get any candidates?
Currently, I think there are six.
Six.
I believe.
Oh,
And one came in
Wow.
this afternoon. Its posting is available and open for, those to submit interest until the end of today. By 11:59. There's a couple that I've seen in the process, the period that has been open, I think there's been a couple that have come in the late hours, so.
Okay,
Maybe there's another one or two coming.
okay. I'm just curious, I know that there's like citizens on the committee, have they had any involvement yet up to this point?
Shared the, I believe it was the posting or the job description with them before it went out. There was some feedback on that and then we got it out there, so I haven't pulled them back together until.
Yeah.
Do this. There'll be an initial review of the applicants, of myself and the two from, representing Maine Chiefs of Police.
Right.
And then from there, we'll present, a top number of folks. Inevitably, as through every hiring process, there might be some that just aren't quite hitting our expected qualifications.
Sure.
And so how we proceed with, the first review period, the first number to be reviewed. That's when we'll have the committee pulled together to go through that with us.
But you've already seen all these people once, right?
As they come in, I forward them to the other two members from Maine Chiefs of Police Association. I have reviewed them as they come in.
So
that's good.
what do you think overall? Do we have some good candidates?
I won't reveal it this time.
Well, just in
All the time for
general,
it.
in general,
But that's good, we've had a candidate pool anyway,
Yeah.
so that's for sure, so. Yeah,
Good that there's some.
good. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right. Any other questions? I asked Andy earlier, the update from the fire department, that's say quarterly.
He's hoping to do
Yeah.
it quarterly for the board.
Yeah, no, that's great. I went through it and I was looking for an action.
Yeah.
item. There's no action item here.
Let's give it a couple months,
You
maybe.
asking for something again?
And if
Yeah.
you see it on the web, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, like, a document like this, similar to what the PD does, too, like sharing what's going on with the quarterly, I mean, how do we get that out to the public? It's great to share it with the board,
Right.
but to get it out so people can see what's going on, behind the scenes, what's happening, I mean, I wonder if there's a way to, I don't think they have a
Can we put something like that just under their own department?
link in maybe or something. They don't have their own website, do they?
Not that I
think
know
they
of.
have
I mean, they have a department page on the website.
Yeah,
Well, they have one on our.
yeah, attached to
Yeah, so
the.
As a,
you just
as a
go on
department of
ours,
the town, right?
Yeah, I would recommend if somehow this could get attached to that so people can, reference it as well, so. Yeah,
I guess my only other observation was, I was just struck by all the different grants that we're applying for. But in a good way, in the sense that, we're fortunate that we have folks like you and others who have the resources and the ability to do it, because boy, if we weren't the recipient of grants, it would be really tough to do a lot of stuff.
Well, I
Yeah.
threw it up there as much for my sake to remember what we have outstanding still and for folks to realize what we're embarking on.
Yeah, there's some big stuff.
There's kind of a little bit of backlog, but kind of some of our work product, so, these are all grants that we currently have.
Yeah.
With the exception of the CBS, CPF.
Right.
Monies. That's still in the running, should there be an appropriations bill that includes the earmarks. We asked for 3.5, I think it was, million, and it's being recommended 850,000, so. We're still gonna have to get creative with some other things, to make that project happen, should that money even come in, so.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's a lot to manage, I think, the fact of just managing the ongoing ones and also looking out for new ones coming in and trying to.
Yeah,
It's a job in and of itself, so.
yeah, but it's a difference maker.
Oh, it's absolutely necessary,
These grants.
yeah, absolutely,
Just,
and Eddie does it in his spare time.
I know.
Just.
Not without help, but yes.
Yeah, thank you, awesome, anything else, folks? We can move along. All right, so we'll start out, let's dive right into our official action items. We do have the qualified catering permit from Mauer and Partners Corp. Everything looks in order. Anybody have any comments, questions, concerns?
Nope, just a one-off thing.
Yeah,
anyways, right?
exactly. It looks pretty straightforward to me, so.
Yeah.
All right. I'll move the qualified catering permit special event for Mauer and Partners Corporation.
Second.
Thank you, Tom. In discussion? Okay, all those in favor? All right, good there. And then number 2 on there, we added in the vending license. I would suggest, so that application has a couple things, what's missing, on the application is missing location. There is an email attached, from the applicant that's, suggests that they have been given permission. But we don't have permission from the property owner, right? So you're just required to have a certificate of, not appropriateness, what am I trying to think of? So-
Pennington has to like.
Yeah, yes.
But isn't that your property where the parking spots are?
Well, it just says to be determined, so I'm
No, I
not
mean,
sure
public
if it's
building.
behind or in front
Oh,
or,
okay.
yeah, so the only caveat here, I think, we can move this with a conditional, as long as they come in at the time to pick the permit up, they have that letter that's signed off on, yeah. Yeah, I've had to do them before downtown for folks, so it's pretty straightforward, so I'll make a motion to approve the vending, the public vending license for Catherine Kavanaugh for the business name of Rowdy Titmouse Studio. With the condition that when they pick up the application or come into town, that they have the permission from the property owner. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That covered anything? Okay. Get the spirit of that, so. All right, Daryl seconded, okay, yeah, that Daryl, not this one. Yeah. All right, any other discussion on that? Okay, all those in favor? Okay, here. And Arbor Day,
That one was interesting.
so,
But this is coming from CRCT.
suggestion that,
Yeah, they applied last year. I made some remarks. Dan was there to make some remarks. He signed the proclamation acknowledging a week for the town.
mhm,
They're looking and suggesting perhaps this year, maybe a 2-town Twin Village Arbor Day celebration. They're looking at pulling that together with a cost proposal and potentially including some trees for both towns to put out if they have property that they want to put them on.
yeah.
And or private property owners. Initially, I just don't know if that we having that comes to mind that we're ready to plant.
Do you wanna replace that pine tree that you cut down?
We can, wanna relocate the pumpkin patch.
No, just kidding.
It's certainly there, right?
Yeah,
They're gonna aim for some bigger trees this year. I think they mentioned in there some 10-gallon trees.
okay,
I think this year, I don't think they were quite 10-gallon.
No,
The
no,
size will be
just
much different next
little
year.
tiny things, yeah.
It'd be nice to put some more back on Main Street.
I think that's part of their thought, but those are private property owners, so if any of them wanna do that, they have to kind of connect with that effort. So. Still a challenge in acknowledging what type of tree goes in and around your building as a building owner for future maintenance, but also being mindful that. Power lines didn't relocate, so at some point, that tree will become a problem much further down the road. Short tree, but yeah, just presenting it to you as an opportunity that they're looking at forward to, the board has any thoughts on that? I mean, letter of support's one thing.
Well, I thought it was great last year. They had a huge turnout. And so I recommend moving ahead with it. And if they want to include town, our neighbor, then that's great too. So.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's great.
issues with that,
Mhm.
great. Head nod from everybody?
Yep.
Yep. Good. Good. All right. We through that already? You did. All right. So, okay, anything last minute then? So yeah, I guess, we're gonna go into executive session here in a minute, so I'll make a motion here in a second. Mel, you headed out? Yeah, oh, sorry. And then, yeah, we'll wait, we'll kick everybody out and we'll, go into the next round of executive session, so, okay. Well, I'll make a motion to move into executive session, pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056E for discussion of legal matters. Just need a second.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? All right, we'll go from there, so. Ally, we gotta kick you out. We'll, let you know if we have anything, any official action out of it. We'll keep, have anything to do, so. All right.